wonder who this is.
With robes like that, it could be anyone.
Revelio.
I imagine these brooms have been enchanted for centuries. Never seen an enchantment last this long.
Welcome to San Bakar's Tower.
Revelio. Reparo. Revelio. Hello, Professor. Did you say San Bakar's Tower?
I did. Professor Bakar is a keeper you have yet to encounter. I'm glad to see that I was correct in presuming that we would meet again soon after our last encounter. Though I surmise, based on the commotion I heard, that you did not have an easy time getting to me.
We did not, Professor. We encountered goblins outside the tower.
That goblins were aware of my vault is... But if they have also made a connection to this tower, then the threat may be greater than I thought. All the more reason for us to move forward. Commanded to access a doorway. I'm afraid I cannot say more. As Professor Fig cannot join you, he and I will, in time, see you back. Remember what you see.
We're going to need to understand how Ranrock's loyalists knew about a tower that once belonged to a keeper. For the moment, however, you've more important things to set your mind to. A reservoir of ancient?
Yes, sir.
Then I shall leave matters in your increasingly... That said, be careful.
I will, sir. I'll see you back in the map chamber. A reservoir of ancient magic. Downstairs, near the entry. I should investigate. Revelio. I've seen this before, in Gringotts and the restricted section. Revelio. Have done something. Best have a look around. Traces of ancient magic. Something must be different. Revelio. These are never a welcome sight. At least I know what to expect this time. These look familiar. examine things from both sides of the archway. More statues. Easy on me. Revelio. I presume I'm looking for traces of ancient magic. But where? Seems I ought to explore this archway from both sides. What did that burst of magic change on both sides of the archway? Something must be different. like to see how the room changes when I move in and out of the archway. So that's it. I need to use both sides of the archway to get the platform to the other side of the bridge. So that's it. I need to use both sides of the archway to get the platform to the other side of the bridge. So that's it. I need to use both sides of the archway to get the platform to the other side of the bridge. So that's it. I need to use both sides of the archway to get the platform to the other side of the bridge. I'll never get used to these floors. don't like the look of this. relief. Another pensive.
Your ability to transfigure the world around you is remarkable. What is it?
My father isn't getting better. I don't think he'll ever recover from the death of my brother.
It is agonizing to see those we love suffer.
The drought was years ago, but the pain of losing him is as deep for him now as if it had happened only yesterday. He doesn't need pretty pillars, he needs peace. What if I could help him, Professor?
You do so much for your father already.
It's not enough. I want to take away his pain.
It is tempting, I know, to use this magic that you're mastering to transfigure more than the physical world. But human emotion is a potent force unto itself. Even the most well-meaning and competent witch cannot possibly know the consequences of irrevocably manipulating it.
So I'm to watch as my father's pain destroys him.
It is not your pain to take. Every year, a student sees something sillier than I could ever imagine in their tea leaves. Oh, Miss Morganach, welcome back to Hogwarts, Professor.
That's going to take some getting used to. Professor Rickwood?
I was so pleased to hear that you'd accepted the position of Defense Against the Dark Arts, Professor.
Sit, Isadora. Tell us about your travels.
I was actually hoping that you and the others might join me at my home this evening. There's much I'd like to share with you.
That would be delightful. We shall let the others know.
Very well. I shall see you then.
Another memory. Now to find a way out of here. More crystallized stone. That must be the way back to the map chamber. Revelio.
What have we here?
I'm a student at Hogwarts, sir.
Professor Charles Rookwood at your service. Has someone...
I have, Professor Rookwood. We saw you in the Pensive in Gringotts with Professor Rackham.
Indeed. So, you found the portkey to access Professor Rackham's vault, and you deciphered the map within the locket you found floating above that pensive.
I did. I found something that I can't identify floating above the last pensive.
Ah, yes. You will find a similar artifact in each trial. You must take care to keep them safe. You will need them. Once you have them all, we will tell you what to do with them.
Before you proceed, I would like to speak with Charles regarding the urgency.
The goblins?
The student has seen traces of a powerful dark magic. They and their mentor, Professor Fig, not only encountered goblins lurking outside, they also encountered a powerful goblin in my vault.
I'm afraid it would be wise to halt the trials until we know.
We shall defer to you in this matter, of course. Now then...
Wait, Professor. The name Rookwood.
There's a connection to Victor? Perhaps, but we can't be sure of its significance, if any. For now, tell me what you saw in...
Before the witch from the last pensive, Isadora, became a Hogwarts professor, she argued with Professor Rackham about...
Hopefully the next pensive provides more context. For now, we should... I will be honest. I've no idea.
Actually, I might know of someone. I saw Sirona at the Three Broomsticks speaking to a goblin once. They seemed friendly. My studies, yes, sir.
Before you go...
Professor?
Have you encountered swirling traces of magic in the world? Aside from those along our path?
Not that I recall. What are they?
Evidence of the Keeper's efforts to manipulate the power of ancient magic during our time. If I am correct, and I usually am, you should be able to use them to inform and enhance your own magic.
Thank you, sir. I should ask some...
I've got spectacular news. Broom upgrade's ready. Ha! Stop by the shop when you can.
I hope you will come and see me about a pressing and highly confidential matter at your earliest convenience. I believe that we may be able to help each other.
See me after class once you have completed the tasks I've set for you. I would like to teach you discipline. Useful for pulling objects to the ground.
Revelio.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
That's it. I'm making good progress with these tokens. This Daedalian Keys challenge is coming along nicely.
Oh, did you hear about the new spell we're learning in Jobs?
PC has a brand new game. Just beware the open flame. It's...
Revelio. During class, you mentioned the Toya.
They practice near the Mahutokoro School of Magic. Tournament play is almost always easier for the
I take it you're a fan.
Fan? I would have been a Tengu, if not for...
I know that feeling. Some things are simply out of...
and some things are in it. I should have known that. I was betrayed by someone I trusted. Myself. My best friend Asuka and I were being groomed to play on the team together. She was breathtaking. She once corkscrewed through 3 players. But as tryouts for the Tengu got closer, she panicked. I did not realize the extent of her. She wanted so desperately for both of us to play together that she had slipped Felix Felicis into...
What is Felix Felicis?
Also known as liquid luck. And it is illegal in all. I knew within minutes that something was different. I had never played so well. And when I confronted her afterwards, she admitted what she had done. I withdrew from considering.
But it wasn't your fault. You didn't know.
It does not matter. My flying that day was not my own. I could not live with myself. I burned my broom in disgrace.
What happened to Asuka? Did she burn her broom?
Asuka played for the Tengu for 2 seasons. Her fate was not mine to decide. My fate is in my hands.
Thank you, Professor. I shall remember what you've told me.
nice to see you, my young friend. Welcome, everyone. I see you've already met some of the many beasts we study in this class. Though be advised, none of these creatures should be taken lightly. They are all in their own way dangerous, especially if one does not know how to handle them properly. Now, it seems many of you are out of practice. Let's take some time to review the basics of how to care for a beast, shall we? Miss Sweeting, would you please assist our new student with the lesson today?
Yes, Professor Howen. Hello, I'm Poppy Sweeting. Don't worry about Professor Howen's speech. She over-exaggerates sometimes. All the beasts in class are perfectly safe.
Miss Sweeting, pay attention, please. The tongue of a puffskein can be a slippery devil.
Yes, Professor. Here, you can practice on Gerald. Just keep an eye out for his tongue. You can use my brush. Just be gentle. Oh, and think pleasant thoughts. I think it enriches his experience. That's lovely. I'm sure he feels much better. I think he might be hungry. Would you mind giving him some beast feed? What do you suppose the pellets taste like to Gerald? Pudding, I like to think. I think we can safely say that Gerald likes you.
That's good news. He seems very nice.
He is. Kindness is one of his best qualities, right after ambition. And cleanliness.
Good work, everyone. Now, let's make our way to the pens and select another beast. And please, do be careful as you feed and groom them. Miss Sweeting, why don't you show our new student to the Neasels in the farthest pen?
This way. The Neasels are over here.
Oh, couple of Neasel whiskers ought to get me a few canuts at least. Enough to buy something from Honeydukes. Stupid thing.
What in Merlin's name are you doing?
Tuss, peculiar Poppy. Worried about a worthless little rodent?
Her name is Persephone!
Her name is Persephone!
That's really not funny.
Let's go.
Those two don't belong anywhere near this class. Poachers in training. Persephone was onto them instantly. Thank you for your help. Let's carry on. Feed and brush the Neasels just as you did with Gerald. The Neasels really took to you. They know a good egg when they see one. As do I.
It appears our time has come to an end. Please close the pens and see yourselves out. Now, where is our new student? Ah, there you are. I would like a moment, please.
Hello, Professor. You wanted to...
I did. How did you find...
It was wonderful. I believe I'm...
Good. You seem to understand that when beasts are properly some provide us with magically imbued materials, if cared for, which does not include torturing them for whiskers. Well done, by the way.
Yes, Professor.
They're nearly as bad as the Savagers in Rookwood's poacher pack. Stumbling over dead beasts? Terrible waste of resources.
Surely the poachers can be brought to justice by someone.
An optimistic idea. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that I prepare some assignments. Be on the lookout for my... Meanwhile, I also encourage you to study as...
Hey, over here. Come on.
Did you need something, Poppy?
Thank you again for saying something to those brutes so that I didn't have to.
I certainly hope that's a good thing.
At least, that's what we decided it meant.
I couldn't...
We're of a similar mind. Actually, in light of that, there's someone I'd like...
You've intrigued me. Very...
I'd hoped I would. I wouldn't take just anyone there. In fact, you're the first.
Really? Well, thank you, I think.
As I said, we think alike. Pleasant surprise. Quite the weather we're having, don't you think?
Poppy, where are you taking me?
It really is much better if I just show you. Don't worry, we're nearly there. It's just ahead. Stand back. Please meet Highwing. Isn't she just magnificent? Go on, introduce yourself to her. But be careful. You must always show hippogriffs the proper courtesy before you approach them. I knew it! I don't think I've ever seen a hippogriff take to someone this quickly. You can feed and brush her if you'd like. I come and check on her every once in a while. Bring her pasties, tell her what's going on in the castle. You wouldn't know from looking at her, but she's a dreadful busybody. So, what did you think of Highwing?
I thought she was brilliant. Can't believe you introduced me to her.
I suspected you two might get along.
Are you the reason students have been seeing hippogriffs flying above the Forbidden Forest?
Perhaps. Did you know that once you earn a hippogriff's trust, they'll always be there for you? I've seen it firsthand with her.
How exactly did you and Highwing cross paths?
It's a longer story, but I rescued her from poachers a few years back. Got her to safety and, well, she was fine until recently. You may have noticed that poachers are something of a problem in the area, so I worry they could get her again. And I might not be there next time.
Professor Howard mentioned the poachers as well. She seemed to imply that we couldn't rely on the Ministry to help.
I don't often agree with Professor Howard, but on that, I fear she's right. The poachers' influence is growing. I see them every day in the village, lingering, talking to people. They're up to something. I'm just not sure what.
That does seem strange. Sounds as if they're planning something.
Exactly. I think I'm going to look into it. Find out what's going on.
I think that's a fine idea.
And the more I know, the better I can keep hiring safe.
You seem undeterred. Will you let me know what you find out?
Oh, very well. I will. I should be going, but we'll speak again soon, I hope.
Yes. Revelio.
Smedleys will always look upon you as a trusted ally and friend.
I still can't
Revelio.
without catching us on fire.
I dropped one of the crystal balls in divination.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Don't think it's the delightful scent of gardenias you'll be unleashing. It's violently rank, and it's used. Oh, if you catch a whiff.
Broomsticks are going out of style, I think. So many other ways to travel now.
I think I'll go for a quick sprint on my broom after class tonight. I find it helps stimulate my mind.
The unfairness of being hung here, why it warrants looking into. People grumbling about a foul smell.
Revelio.
Nice and warm. Peasy has a special knack. It's
What are you up to now?
Ironically, I didn't see ahead of time how bored I'd be in divination class.
knowledgeable.
I hate to see a creature get hooked on. Trolls have no business in Hogsmeade.
I hope those assignments were challenging enough for you.
I've completed all of my tasks, Professor.
Very well done. Although I must admit, I did have something of a... Now, as you have no doubt sharpened your perception by completing my assignment, based upon the knowledge that one's present and even one's past may reveal traces of what...
I see good things. After all, the future's mine for the taking, and I shall take what I must.
The future is not etched in stone. It can be carved out by those with very strong wills. But this talk of tomorrow should not divert us from your present success. I shall inform her, and if that performance is any omen of what your future may hold, channel your magic towards your targets. You have it! Now, why not practice the new spell on... Domi. Excellent. I think you have it.
Professor, do you have a moment?
I do.
I was wondering how you decided to teach divination.
The art of divination is an important yet often misunderstood branch of magic. Those of us who possess the sight are rare. And when I was granted the opportunity to teach others...
I see. Natty told me that you and she moved here from Uganda, where she had attended...
Yes, Natsai and I both loved... I had foreseen such a change, but you would be wise to remember that the consequences, and so divining what is to come, is not as simple as gazing into a crystal.
I find it truly intriguing, even if...
Intriguing. That is one word for it. And you are a student at Hogwarts, after all. It cannot have escaped you that we in the Wizard...
Of course, Professor.
Now, I know that we both have places to be. Not because I have the sight, mind you, but because I am a professor. I have enjoyed our conversation. At some point, you must stop preparing and put your newly honed skills to the test outside of the classroom.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included. Revelio. Wonderful to see you again. Revelio.
I've completed my assignments. I'll be sure to let her know how well you're... Thank you, Professor.
Professor Hecat tells me she taught you Levioso, so you should be ready for a more advanced levitation charm. Wingardium Leviosa requires a bit of concentration and a nice, graceful... When executed correctly, you should be able to pick up boulders as though they were sprigs of sneezewort. Feel free to practice Wingardium Leviosa here in the greenhouse. I've set some crates out for you in the next room. You're a natural.
Professor Garlic, I was wondering...
How lovely of you to ask. I've always had an affinity. After graduation, I was thrilled to be asked to step...
Oh dear. A shame for him, but it worked out well for you.
At any rate, the trouble began one day when he... Unfortunately for him, its leaves were hiding a bowtruckle. You may recall? The little beast gouged the professor's eyes quite fiercely, but terrifying item.
And that's when you took over as the herbology professor?
Well, not quite. After 3 weeks at St. Mungo's, my predecessor regained a tiny bit of his eyesight. He insisted within a week he claims by accident, kicked a Chinese chomping.
What a string of bad luck.
Upon his discharge from the hospital, his indifference to plants had turned to utter He lost what little patience he had left with a particularly temperamental venomous His resulting leave of absence continues.
I had no idea. How awful.
Last I heard, he'd gone to Romania. As rumour would have it, one can only hope he found more happiness working. Lovely speaking with you. Have a one. Oh, and remember, be kind.
Revelio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio.
Those balancing bolts here.
Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
Can't imagine how.
Welcome back. I've arranged a special.
Jinx Flipendo. Once you've completed the necessary tasks, come and find me in the greenhouse.
Thanks for stopping by. I must tell you, half of Hogsmeade's been by the shop asking about rumours of a broom upgrade. Without the information you provided, my work would have taken twice as long. It may sound ambitious, but I've already begun work on another upgrade, more difficult to perfect than the last. I wondered, would you be interested in joining forces again? There's another course near Arendelle that Miss Reyes has mastered. If you were to test this first upgrade there, it may help me as I...
What more can you tell me about the next course?
It's just a jaunt from here, south of... Some of your classmates mentioned they were headed there, eager to see... A bit surprising, considering many of them expressed reticence at the idea of racing against us all.
Sounds as if you...
Thank you. I know this recent success was only the beginning of what... Report back as soon as you can, and we'll be off to the races.
Revelio. Off to the races, then.
If it wasn't for my arrest signs at the Three Broomsticks,
Thank you again for delivering those potions to Madame Lawing. Saved me a lot of time and trouble. A wise decision. Thank you. A wise decision. Thank you. I hope to see you again. Farewell for now. Hear you found a bit of treasure in the forest. Was never one for adventure myself.
Welcome. Come on in. Now, where was I? Right. Oh, yes.
Now, you let me know if there's anything else I can help you with. Now, you let me know if there's anything else I can help you with. No one can say I don't keep a stacked shelf.
Revelio.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder. Revelio.
Hello again, Mr. Moon.
First, please allow me to apologise if I seemed a bit, unsteady when we last met. I'm afraid I had... Although I hear your visit to Hogsmeade was even more eventful than mine.
I suppose you could call it eventful. I certainly wasn't expecting a troll attack.
In fact, my recent visit to Hogsmeade is the reason I was hoping to bump into you. I could use your help with something. Do you see that curious statue over there? Watch what happens when that light changes from day to night. Now, if you wouldn't mind humouring me for a moment, see if you can remove the moon from the statue. Oh, odd little contraptions, aren't they? It seems the statue vanishes once the moon is removed, which, incidentally, can only be done at night. Why don't you hold on to that one for now, and I'll explain more as we walk. Ever since that fateful day in the village, those curious statues began appearing about the castle. A fair number have been strewn around Hogsmeade. Someone, it seems, is trying to torment me. You see, that day in Hogsmeade, I turned a corner and came face to face with a boggart, or shapeshifter, if you will, which takes the form of whatever scares you most. This one took the form of a demiguise.
A demiguise?
Yes! Terrifying creature that can see the future. Wholly unnerving. I encountered one when I was a lad in Korea. Terrible experience. Those statues are demiguises. The moons, I assume, are an uninspired play on my name. Some jackanapes used a boggart to learn my greatest fear and use it against me. I have my suspicion as to the scoundrel or scoundrels responsible. It is my hope that they will slip up and reveal themselves as the statues disappear. That is why I need your help in removing the statues.
Why me?
A couple of reasons, frankly. First, your daring do against those trolls in a... Second, as macabre and hideous as a demiguise is, most would... You, however, have seen how... I'm at my wit's end, young friend. I simply can't... In fact, I know of two statues right here in the fact... Perhaps you could start simply by removing them, so, I could...
I'd be glad to help you, Mr. Moon.
First, you know how to cast a disillusionment charm, correct? You'll want to do that before... next, you'll notice that the door is locked. However will you get in?
But what about curfew?
Curfew? Oh, tosh. I sense you're a bit like me when I was your age. Oh, the school. And I took advantage of it. Oh, everyone loved me. Now, you'll find one statue in the prefect's bathroom and the other in the hospital.
Alohomora.
Remember, use a disillusionment charm so no one claps eyes on you. This is a restricted area of the castle, after all.
Alohomora.
Rather poorly, I'd say.
Is that so?
We're raising a generation of coddled cape flappers that can scarcely tell the difference between Aconite and Asphodel.
Yes, well,
It's still early. Perhaps they'll improve.
You say that every year.
Revelio. This must be the prefect's bathroom.
Perhaps Ranrock and his lot wouldn't be so combative if the military would allow them to have wands. If he comes near me, I'll hand him his hat. Or helm, I suppose. Anyway, I'm not afraid of the Goblin Rebellion. My marksman Professor She's right. Why don't you leave Goblin
Revelio.
How dare you speak to a prefect that way? I'm a prefect too, twit. That's it. 50 house points. You know you can't do that.
Alohomora. Alohomora. Leviosa! Revelio.
I know when I see a reading bench. And Ravenclaw would not have been that. Not this year, anyway.
I'm partial to Hufflepuff myself. What was that?
What was what?
I thought I heard something. Perhaps not. Anyway, I had high hopes for Hufflepuff. I was finally going to learn.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Lumos.
Faculty Tower. Spying on the professors, are we?
Handy resource indeed, your field science.
Hello, Mr. Moon. I have the moons you asked me to collect.
Oh, goodness! You're as fearless as I'd hoped. An excellent start. If we can collect more, it may shed some light on who's behind all this. Of course, I first suspected Peeves. He drove the previous caretaker, Rancorous Carp, to an early retirement with his intolerable buffoonery. But that does not explain the boggart in Hogsmeade, does it? No. I am determined, with your help, to discover the identity of my tormentor.
It's definitely intriguing. I'd like to help you solve this mystery.
You, my friend, are a gentle person and a scholar, and I have something to offer in exchange for your assistance. Now, remember, the moons are only retrievable at night. Thus, I encourage you to use a disillusionment when necessary.
How many statues are there to find?
I don't know precisely, but I've spotted dozens. Seems they're everywhere I look. You have your work cut out for you, if you were to ever unravel their meaning.
You mentioned offering something in exchange for my assistance.
I did. Once you've brought me enough moons, I'll show you even more powerful forms of Alohomora. Not every lock is as easy to pick as the faculty towers.
Understood. I shall keep an eye out.
I appreciate that. Oh, and I knew you were the one to ask for help. Keep at it so we can solve this mystery.
Revelio. Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
Hello there. Nice to see you.
Hello, Miss Ryan. I wanted to thank you again for your help with Rookwood and Harlow the day of the troll attack.
Sirona, please. No. Oh, those two are nothing but trouble. Glad you and your friend were here.
I am too.
Yes, Lodgok.
It seemed as though you were on good terms with him.
I've known him for years.
We met when I was waiting tables here as a student, well before I bought the place. He was cordial enough, but we weren't friends then. His mistrust of wizard kind...
But you're friends now?
Which is more than I can say for some of my own classmates. Took them a second to realise I was actually a witch, not a wizard.
In that case, I'd like to talk with him. About Ranrock in particular.
I assume your interest is to do with the rumours I've heard about Ranrock working with...
It is.
If he's not here, you might find him doing business at the Hog's Head. He's a trust... You should mention that we spoke. He can, understandably, be wary of witches. That said, if you're looking for information on Ranrock to help rein him in...
Have you heard what Ranrock and Rookwood are working?
Not much more than the fact that they seem to have... Friendship between wizards and goblins is rare enough. But between they each want something the other has. I can guarantee it. That said, I fear they're like a two-headed serpent. Both will need to be taken down to stop whatever scheme...
You seemed unfazed by Rookwood and Harlow the other day.
They're bullies. Plain and simple. Never tolerated them in my own life, and certainly won't... Don't misunderstand me. They're dangerous wizards and shouldn't be trifled with.
Thank you, Sirona.
I don't know what you've done to make such powerful enemies.
Revelia.
But please, watch your back. I'll say it again. Can't thank you enough for helping to save the village from those trolls.
Alohomora. Mine now, demiguise. Revelia. Revelia. Revelia.
Ready for a little change in fashion, are we? Plenty to choose from here, so take your time.
Revelia.
Plenty for your perusal today. Take your time. If I haven't said it before, it's a pleasure doing business with you.
I suspect you have a sharp eye for fashion. Be sure to stop by.
Hello. And how would one like to be styled today?
Hello.
Oh, come in. Come in. I'm sure I've no need to introduce myself. They used to call me Snelly. But I showed them. They're stuck in the dust at the ministry and... But look at you. Look at you. Looking for a change, are we?
Why not, I say? What sort of change?
But you won't find poisons here. No need for chloride of lime or ammonia. Why don't you spend a moment choosing how you'd like to look? You can change your hair too, if you'd like.
What services do you offer?
What is it you might be interested in? You can stop by any time.
Revelio. Alohomora. Revelio.
Hello. Good to see you outside the castle.
You too, Ahmed. Revelio.
Welcome to the Og's Head. Any empty seat is yours.
What do we have here? A demiguise. Hello, Lodgok. Sirona said I might find you here.
She did she? Did she send you with...
No, actually, I wanted to speak with you.
Now I remember. The 3 broomsticks. Day of the troll attack. You...
I am, and I need to know what he and his loyalists are up to. So...
Let's say I did know. Why should I trust you?
Sirona trusts me, and she said she thought our interests...
Well, very well. I may know of something that could help us both. A way to get Ranrock...
I'm listening.
Years ago, a heinous witch stole a sacred goblin relic. Rumor has it that it now rests in a tomb accessible only by wizard kind.
If I retrieve the relic, how do I know you'll tell me the truth about what Ranrock says?
We will have to trust each other. I, that you will not abscond with the relic, and you, gather whatever supplies you may need, and meet me near the witch...
Revelio. Mine now, demiguise.
Did you brew an antidote?
First they're teaching you.
Revelio. I'm ready.
Good. There's no time to lose.
What precisely is the relic I'm to retrieve?